Ha! You thought I forgot about the queen bee during my boss binge. Well, I did. The only issue is, this hive that I found earlier is part of a massive hive biome that is now in the game. However, I explored this entire thing with whatever potions I felt could be relevant. Spelunker, Hunter, Danger Sense. The item to destroy or to summon the queen bee is not in this biome. Got some cool honey chests though. Hey everyone, it's LunArx. I'm back again to play Terraria. I do apologize about my inconsistent audio recording quality, and that's gonna continue because I still don't know what I'm doing. I am trying my best, honestly. I keep trying and it keeps going sideways. I have created a bit of a pylon network. I now have 5 pylons. I've gotten a number of more NPCs. I brought Amidius to the ocean because he seems like he would like it. I do know that you can get a sunken sea pylon, technically. One of 4 new pylons added in Calamity. It'd be this area. However, I don't know if I'm going to have reason to go back to the sunken sea. So for now, I'm just gonna put that on the back burner. That's a thing I can get later. The other 3 pylons that I can get, one of them is for the sulfurous sea, one of them is for the brimstone crag, which would be down here, and one of them would be for a new hard mode biome. I was mistaken before. I had said that the sulfurous sea pylon doesn't need an NPC nearby. That is incorrect. The brimstone crag, I don't know why I'm circling this empty space. That's around where it is. That's a pylon that you do not need to have NPCs nearby to use. Otherwise, they work about the same. However, unlike with vanilla, I don't know how to find a guide to easily get the Calamity pylons. I don't know what NPCs to pair up. Thankfully, I finally got the arms dealer, and I can pair him with the nurse just about anywhere, and they'll be happy enough to sell a pylon. Now the pylon network, just as in vanilla, once you set them up, so long as you have 2 NPCs near them, 2 or more, and pets count, like Goliath the cat, then you can use them to teleport to each other. Speaking of Goliath the cat, which I have made certain during goblin invasions to keep safe because he is the most important NPC, I'm going to talk to this lovely fox lady that's totally not wolfing out or foxing out. Me wrath. That was terrible. I'm gonna cut that. I'm probably not gonna cut that. She sells this dog license, which she's had for a while, but I wanted to make sure that I bought it while I was recording. The license teleports away to the dog delivery service. Can't wait to see who shows up. Now, Kirikou, the zoologist, is a lycanthrope. She, like a werewolf, turns into a hybrid fox form on full moons and blood moons. So, with that in mind, like and subscribe. Now, I'm gonna do something interesting. I'm gonna take almost my entire glowing mushroom supply here. I'm going to make something very special with it. Now, unfortunately, I've had to put off fighting the queen bee. But that doesn't mean that I'm not about to fight a side boss. Mizor or Mizore, the dog has arrived. I can't wait to see what they look like. Magic mirror. Summons Crabulon. When used in the mushroom biome, enrages outside of the mushroom biome. The underground mushroom biome. Wonder what happens when you fight it above ground. I wonder if it's like the goddess of light, whatever she's called, where if you fight her during the daytime, she one-shots you, but you also get an insanely good item if you're able to beat her. Anyhow. Is this guy alright? Guess I'm gonna have to dig to him. Okay. So, you could probably tell this fella was meant to be killed a while ago, and his spores are kills hurting me, kill spurting me. Cool, I got stuff. Magic weapon, ooh, creates spores, I like that. Summons a fungal clump to fight for you, but it's equipable. Interesting. It can be worn in my vanity slot, so what happens if I put it there? It just shows up and doesn't attack? Fun, I guess. So this is in addition to my little tiny skeleton minion guy. Interesting. Bam 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 ba-da-dum bam bam. I'm gonna try this scaffolding kit. What am I doing? Does it need to be in my inventory? Oh my goodness! I'm on top of the dog! Hey there! Hey there! How you doing? How you doing? Who's a beautiful little Dalmatian? Actually, you're kind of a big dog. Kendra's bigger. And she's jumping because she's jumping. Alright, I have determined... What did I just do? I used scaffolding. How? Ooh. Cool. And you use this to build things. Can you place blocks off of it? Yes, you can. Alright. That is going to be cool for creating things in air without having to build up to it. I can't believe it took me this long to try it. Speaking of which... Try this in the corrupted sands. What the heck? I assume it can only dig through this stuff because I have a pickaxe that can dig through this stuff. This was where the meteorite was, of course. I made this lovely rogue item, this exploding fist. That's fun. So I'm gonna try something. By the way, you totally have to believe me. By the way, I killed this thing like 3 or 4 times while I wasn't recording. 100% happened. I'm definitely not lying. I'm actually not. I did kill it, but you know. You know what? Here, I'll prove it. Yeah, kill it before the music gets good. Definitely meant to do that. So I'm gonna try something by moving my pickaxe into my trash slot, which means that I don't currently have it in my inventory. Oh hey, look, there's another one. Anyway, and now I'm gonna use a turtle. Okay, does not work unless I have the right thing. I didn't try the explosion one. So if I make it go this way... Oh, I wanted to have it. There, I made it explode on its own. I was gonna try to make it explode on the perforator cyst, but it just dug down. So I just had the realization that I did not pick up Crabulon's lore. So I better go do that before I log out of the world and it disappears forever. There it is down there. How did I miss that, honestly? Whispers from on high dance in your ears. Imagine that. It's interesting that I've gone such a rogue route with this playthrough. That's not really something that I did at all the first time I played through the game. I didn't mess around with rogue much. When I play this game solo, I'm usually kind of a jack of all trades. I have a prominent melee weapon. I have a decent ranged and or magic weapon. And I have at least, you know, 1 or 2 things that I can summon. Sometimes when I play in multiplayer, I take a specific role, like ranged or summoner. But in Calamity, I'm just going for all the rogue stuff, because that's not something I have an opportunity to do in vanilla. Now you may be wondering, Loon, where are you going? You're probably not wondering that, because I probably cut right to being here. I've decided I'm gonna explore the abyss. Why? Because I can. I especially want to do it while I have sulfurous armor before I upgrade it to something else, because this sulfurous armor is very good for the abyss. This sulfurous sea. You see the bar fills up very slowly. I even forgot to bring the totem or whatever it is. But if I drop down here, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna get down fast enough. There's the thing. Now I'm just gonna take the damage. Rip. Now that I've reached this place, the abyss, I don't need to worry about the sulfurous sea anymore. I'm actually good because I can breathe underwater. Abyss torches. Lionfish. 141 rogue damage. Okay. Now, the last time that I showed up in this place, I died very quickly because the enemies here murder you. Okay, this is an ore that I can't do anything about. I'm afraid to touch it. I'm gonna hit buff. I have more buffs than I thought, apparently. Flipper and gills. I didn't know I had those. I remember this being a good one. I think it goes into some, like, elite abyssal gear. Ow! Oh. Standing here hurts you? No wonder I died here. No. Something was hurting me. Strange orb. Summons a miniature ocean spirit light pet. Oh, this sounds awesome. I don't even have a light pet. Check it out. This little jellyfish thing. I love it. Abyssal gravel. I can in fact mine that at my current tier. Last time I opened an abyssal treasure, it gave me 5 silver. Ah, would you look at that? I have breath. And those are geysers. Wow. Well, that was fun and that was fruitful. I barely did anything and I just died to geysers. Oh, look at that thing. It's sleeping when I'm above land. It's adorable. I love it. What's in my abyssal treasures? Oh, 48, 42, 82. Wow, just gold. Cool. Abyssal diving gear. Heck yeah. Depth cells and luminil. This is something I won't get for a long time, but it combines with the Arctic diving gear, meaning there will be a reason to actually make the Arctic diving gear. I could be wrong, but I think the abyssal diving gear goes into something else as well. I think it goes into like an abyssal diving suit or something like that that gives you even more buffs and cool things in the abyss. Crabulon. Fungus and a sea crab. One sought a host, the other a new home. These mushrooms possess a disturbing amount of tenacity. Nothing that lays down to die in their domain is left to rest. It is sort of ghastly, forceful exertion of control over the unwilling that led me down my path. Interesting. So it's kind of a cordyceps virus. Removes the bleed effect caused by the upper layers of the abyss. Ah, that may have been what drained my health. Now, I usually don't show you every random thing that I come across in this game, but I found a new fish that I hadn't seen before. A shadowfish. This fish can be used to create a new potion. The shadow potion. Turns the player into a shadow with glowing eyes. Rogue weapons spawn projectiles on hit. Stealth generation is increased by 8%. So I don't know exactly what that means, but it's cool. You know what? I'm gonna make one. 2 shadow potions. Something I also realized is that this item here, this schematic, similar to the other thing that I found in that underground laboratory, brings up a lore thing. The weaponry I supplied to the workers of the laboratories is weak, hardly suited for battle. However, they suffice for self-defense against any lab mechanisms or creations which may have gone rogue. Addendum. For those who think themselves powerful, search the upper bounds of this planet's atmosphere for a structure similar to that of the sunken seas. I will know by the end if you are worthy of battling my creations. So fun fact about that. I said I wasn't going to look up much about the Calamity mod. But then I looked up some things about the Calamity mod. I don't want to look up everything. I want there to be natural new things for me to discover. But sometimes I just can't help myself, and sometimes I need to, or else I'm gonna miss content. But one very late game piece of information that I learned is that Dradon, this fellow here, the person who created these schematics and the laboratories, there are others that you can find in different biomes. He is in fact the latest end game boss. It's basically tied with another boss for the endiest end game bosses that you can have in this game. Like, originally, Terraria ended with the Wall of Flesh. Killing the Wall of Flesh would unlock hard mode, and that would have the mechanical bosses, but they were almost like Easter egg bonus content that you got after defeating the Wall of Flesh. Later, more and more stuff was added until the real final boss of Terraria became Moonlord. And Moonlord isn't anywhere close to the final boss in Calamity. The most difficult bosses in the game are a character named Calamitas and a bunch of mechs that are controlled by Dradon. So now that I've figured that out about the schematic, I will put it in the lore chest. A thing that occurred to me that likely was more obvious than I thought. Oh my goodness, check out all these power cells. Yellow seeking mechanism. Charge 0. But is there anything I can do about this? Not even with the Drayden power cells? I wonder if I missed something in the lab, like I could charge this up in the lab? I don't know. I'll have to look into that later. Or look it up. But right now I'm kind of interested in seeing if I can figure it out on my own.